The turtles bowed to the girl who had been kidnapped. It turned out she had saved them when they were young, but just as the words were spoken, explosives were suddenly planted on the wall. A massive blast sent everyone flying. Master Splinter stepped forward alone, facing 4 enemies at once in the center of the room. He took them all down single-handedly. The turtles snapped back to their senses and drew their weapons. A fierce battle broke out with the intruders. Just as they were about to break through, a towering mech slowly emerged from the tunnel. It was Shredder, leader of the Foot Clan. Master Splinter grabbed his katana. Shredder revealed his own weapons, but Splinter didn't face him head-on. Instead, he turned sideways to block all incoming attacks. Shredder's steel armor gave him the upper hand. He swung his massive arm, launching dozens of flying blades, but Splinter dodged them with ease. At that moment, April stabbed Shredder from behind with a sword. Splinter used his tail to fling her out of harm's way, only to be kicked hard by Shredder and thrown aside. Still, Splinter managed to pull the emergency lever, trying to buy time for the turtles to escape, but they refused to leave him behind. Right in front of them, Shredder struck Splinter down with a brutal blow, then used Splinter's life to force the turtles to surrender. Left with no choice, they dropped their weapons. The Foot Clan swarmed in, and used electric batons to subdue them. Shredder went back on his word, and drove his weapon into Splinter again, then ordered the turtles to be sent to his lab. There, he extracted a small sample of their blood, grabbed a random henchman, and tested the mutagen in the turtle blood on him. Satisfied by the result, he ordered the turtles to be drained of nearly all their mutagen, leaving just enough to keep them alive, so they could continue producing more. Then he headed downtown to carry out his plan, but what he didn't know was that Raphael had survived under the rubble. He rescued the barely breathing Splinter, picked up his brother's weapons, and with April, hijacked a van to storm Sax's lab. He rammed straight through the lab's walls, tore open the van side panels, took down the guards in a flash, and broke into the lab. Just as he was about to free his brothers, Shredder returned. The moment they clashed, Raphael was grabbed by the neck and hurled away, crushed to the floor in just a few brutal moves. At the last second, April finally stepped up. She hacked the lab's computer system, and injected adrenaline into the other 3 turtles, instantly reviving them from the brink of death. They ripped off their restraints, smashed through the glass, and rushed to help the unconscious Raphael. Determined to finish what they started, the 4 brothers fought their way out of the lab, but were immediately surrounded by gunmen. A hail of bullets rained down. Then they suddenly remembered. They were turtles, and turtle shells were bulletproof. With that, Raphael launched the counterattack.